Okay. I don't know what's wrong with this thing. It's like every week it gets worse. Put it up here.
No, but it's gonna be like this.
Can't you lower this?
Hold on.
Sorry, guys. There's nobody here. So all those links I sent out were not correct. Welcome back. Can you hear me now? I just closed that last one and started a whole new one. Let me know if you can hear me, Reds. I don't know why this is giving me so much trouble this week. Yay! Sab and Tony say they can hear me. Wagwan, guys. I'm telling you, what a piece of stress this YouTube is giving me this week. Loud and clear. Okay. Now make sure you don't squeeze anything.
It can't go any lower, right?
Yeah, that's fine. Sorry, guys. We're just putting you up on the tripod. Perfect. You can hear me. You can see me. We're in business. Oh, my goodness. That's too far back. There you go. But that's too far back.
That's too far. All right.
Can it, or you can just make it longer.
Oh.
Uploaded your video. I don't even know what that's saying. All right. Sorry, guys. We have to switch up everything that we had set up because for some reason you couldn't hear us. That's good now, Reds is saying. All right. Boy, I will say what a piece of sitting. This YouTube today. All right. You got to fix your chair so that you're in frame. All right. We are finally here. So sorry, guys. Let me tell you, we've had a time today.
Hold on. Where do you look at your chat at? On your computer?
No, usually it's there, but I don't even want to touch it.
So can I flip the camera?
Flip it how?
I don't like this. So we can use the outside camera. I don't like this. I don't like this backwards thing. It trips me out.
I don't even know what you're talking about. Can you flip the camera? So I usually have it like this so I can see myself in the screen.
Oh, I guess.
I don't know what this guy's. This is, guys, you're wondering who this little newbie is here? He's my substitute host today. He's my co-host. Subbing in because Nino's at work today.
Your computer.
Yeah, I have that.
Oh.
Okay, here we go.
Where's your chat?
It's coming,
I got it in my pocket.
There's the chat. So who do we got? We got Sab and Tony here. Sab and Tony, I watched you guys last night play the game. It was all fun and games. We've got Big Dog Red's room here. Reds, you know. Reds is my brother from another mother. Reds is always here. So Reds is saying, bless up to you, the co-host. Look at him slouching in his chair.
This is streamer life. Big up Reds.
No. You gotta.
I'm trying to get the
You
chat.
have to emulate. If you're gonna be a co-host, you gotta be a good co-host.
I'm trying to pull up the chat, to be honest with you.
So welcome everybody. We'll give a few minutes for everybody who's probably thoroughly confused now because I have a bunch of links that I had started and they all messed up for some reason. I don't know what was going on, but we're here now and we're ready to chat. So Sab says, yes, thank you for joining last night. It was so much fun.
What did you do last night?
Sab and Tony had a card game. It was a game that you play with cards and it was hilarious. And they had their mother on. Your mommy was going in with the things. The only Lady J is here. Blessing sis and host. Wagwan. Bluebird is here. Nobius Nightshade is here. Wagwan, everybody. Everybody's jumping into the chat. Guys, share out this chat. And I realized by digging into my YouTube that a lot of you do share me out every week. And I thank you very much. I don't see it in the moment, but I do see it afterwards. And I thank you very much. I get a lot of shares for my live streams, and that really helps the algorithm get this thing out to people, right? Because we're all here because we want to engage and get as many people in here and get the discussion going, right? So who else do we have here? We have, I said Sab and Tony. Bluebird is here. Did I say Bluebird is here? Okay, everybody's filling in, filling in. Hopefully, at some point, Nino's gonna join us, and I know we must have a few people in the background just kind of lurking in the bushes. Feel free to jump up into the chat, and let's get this discussion going. So, welcome everybody. Glad to have you here. My co-host here, who's very disengaged at the moment.
No, I'm trying to. What do you mean? I'm trying to let people know what's going on.
Is our son Tremayne. So Nino's at work today, so he can't be here, and we've kind of made a commitment that we're going to be consistent with the live, whether he's here or he's not. We'll either have a co-host or we'll try and do that whole split screen thing, which I did try to set it up, but it wasn't working. But I am going to engage with Reds, who is the expert of the split screen, to help me to set it up for when I need it the next time, right? Because that split screen thing is pretty cool. Or I can always get a new platform, StreamYard or one of those other streaming platforms where we can kind of have a little bit more control about how you view the stream as it's coming in.
Well, they're a must.
Nino Elliott is in the chat. Nino Elliott says, "Kiss me reggae." Everybody, big up Nino Elliott. Give him a one, give him a peace sign. Let him know that you see him in the chat. He's lurking in the chat. He's at work, guys. And he was gonna take some time to come up into the live stream, like I said, but it's just not working for us. So we're gonna do it this way. So he can either call in and you can hear his voice, or he can just answer us with comments in the chat, and we'll get this thing going. So wagwan, everybody. Yes, actually, Bluebird, Nino is there in spirit, and Nino is also there.
I'm letting everybody know.
See what? What's that?
What I posted.
Oh, Nino is there in spirit, is here in spirit, but he is also here in the comment section, right? So you can sail him a comment in the comment section, and he will answer you back. Okay, my friends. Big up Nobius Nightshade, says Sab and Tony. Everybody is there saying hi to one another.
Hey,
and
guys.
The only Lady J is saying all is well and on this blessed Sunday. So, co-host, you want to introduce yourself to the Nino and Lo family? I know they've seen you a couple times. You're so slouched in your chair. Look at that.
I'm
way up there,
relaxing.
and you're like this.
Yeah.
You're like, listen.
You know when you're on the road, and like, let's say you're in school, right? Like back in the day, you're at school or whatever, you're slouching in your chair. Like, what do? You think you're at home? And right in this case, the answer is yes. So at home chilling.
Nino is here in text. Yes. Look at him just slouched down. This is a relaxed Nino and Lo this week, guys. This is how we do things.
Yeah, we're at home. But yeah, I'm me. I'm Tremayne.
This is Tremayne. This is our
Zuri's dad. I'm just Zuri's dad.
Zuri's dad. Our oldest son.
I'm just Zuri's dad.
Big pitney, but he's always gonna be a pitney.
I'm just Zuri's dad.
Yes, this is our first. Nino's here in spirit. Everybody's saying. Everybody's bigging up Nino. Marjorie Douglas says, "I've just joined. Hopefully I'm not too late to big up cousin Nino." Yes, Marjorie. Nino is not here sitting beside me. This is our son that's here beside me. But Nino is in the chat. Nino had to work today, and we are being very intentional to make sure that we come to you every week and continue our chat. So whether he's sitting here or he's not, we're doing this thing every week, 4:30 on a Sunday. All right, so everybody's coming in. Oh, Reds is already sending out the drinks. You got Nino online?
Hello?
Is he there? Oh, he hung up. He said he was going to call in and big up everybody. He's not there? Okay. Anyway, what's up? What's up? Marjorie Douglas says. Nobius is saying what's up to Marjorie. Nino, are you there?
Hello? Hello?
Hold on. You have to put him closer to the mic.
This isn't back in the day. We don't gotta.
No.
We don't gotta.
Everybody's here giving you.
Answer your phone.
What's up?
Hello?
What's up?
Wagwan people.
Okay. Hold on.
Jeez.
Okay, thank you. Now you know my. Okay, there he is.
I am here, guys.
Yes.
Wagwan, beautiful people. Check.
Okay, it wouldn't be the
Well, you
Nino
know
and
I'm
Low
not
show
there,
without
I'm
that.
here.
So tell everybody where you're at.
I'm at work, but that almost looks like, you know, back in the days when your television is not working right and you got to put up the rabbit ears. Have we not advanced technologically?
We have, but you know what? We're technologically challenged.
We're so advanced that we
Yeah,
don't
hold
use
it.
WhatsApp.
We're technologically challenged, and this is the best that we're gonna do today, right?
Oh, well, we got to take it while we got it.
We're
Right?
rotary phones, and it's working. Here we are. You're in the middle of the screen. They can see you, and this is how we're doing it. So,
Well, it looks kind of dark outside, like you guys are in Alaska. You in Alaska?
They can see you through right here.
oh, it is dark outside.
It is quite dark. Hey, did you remind all our listeners about a new time frame we're thinking about?
Yeah, we've decided, guys, that we're gonna probably try to come to you a little bit earlier now that we have daylight savings time, because it gets so dark so early here, and we don't have that beautiful natural light here at the window that we usually do. So we will put up the new time change in the community channels. You see, Reds is laughing at me, and
What's the chat saying?
Bluebird is saying this is so 2026.
Yeah, I was about to say, make sure you gotta make sure you click the like button. Make sure you subscribe if you don't subscribe. Make sure you watch 2 videos. Make sure you like the video. Yo, you're gonna have to charge your phone. Your computer.
Yeah. Here, hold that. Nobius is saying, I ain't gonna lie, this is kind of cool. Sorry, guys, I gotta plug in my computer here. But Nino's he's not gonna be here for a long while. He'll be here for a short while, but nonetheless, he is here.
Just chiming in, guys. Just saying hello. Let you guys know that I'm there. I can say I'm in spirit, but I'm really there. So it's not just Low alone. It's Low and co-host Big Son, and I am here. Big Papa is here, and I will be texting in, guys. So, you know what I'm saying?
So Reds is handing out the drinks, so everybody settle in, get comfortable, and we need to welcome in all our people that are here.
You have to put me on to what's going on. Who's handing out drinks?
So we have Red's Room. Red's Room is our bona fide subscriber.
Right.
He's a fellow Torontonian.
All right.
And here is Reds. Every time Reds is here, he hands out the drinks.
So what are we drinking, Reds?
This is our official bartender, okay?
Yes.
So when you start get drunk, blame it on Reds.
Blame it on Reds. And if anybody out there is not following Red's Room, please go and follow Reds. Reds is a vibe, okay? And also Sab and Tony. So anybody that you see.
So Sab and Tony have card games.
Sab and Tony are a husband and wife couple.
Okay.
They're really fun. They come from the States. They play a lot of games. They do a lot of riddles. And they're just a vibe. They're fun. They're Jamaican.
And Red's Room has the drinks.
And Red's Room always hand out the drinks. So Sab says, Reds, can I have a coconut rum and pineapple juice, please? All right, Reds, fix up the things.
There you go.
Fix up the things, Reds.
All right, okay.
So anybody that wants a drink, whether it's alcohol or not, it's all about Reds.
Reds, can I order a drink? I want a strawberry syrup with a squeeze. I lied.
I'll just have a Perrier water. There we go. The only Lady J wants a Long Island iced tea. That's a heavy drink there. What are you drinking, Tremayne?
Just give me a tequila and pineapple.
Woo! These are some heavy drinks, people. I don't drink. So I'm just having...
No, you can just have a
Louis 13. Red Room says Louis 13.
Okay, I don't even know what that is. Is that a drink? The drinks are out, says Nobius.
If you're drinking that good, you gotta send us a gift, right? Send us a what do they call them? Supernova?
Super chat.
Super chat. All of them. If you're over there sipping Louis 13, send a super chat. Like, what?
Anyhow, so, guys, last week we went to a concert, an old school concert. Oh my God, did we have a good time?
It was off the chart.
It was off the chain. I don't know how many of you here are hip hop fans, but we went to see Diggable Planets. I made a short video about it. If you guys want to,
Yeah, you can't do like a share screen on your live.
no, not with this
Or you
platform.
need like a StreamYard or one of them.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. We need to switch.
Yeah, we need to offer
Cause you should
technology.
be you should be able to
I should
share
be
your
able to
screen
share
and
my
just
screen and show you.
yeah.
But guys, I want to show you something. So this, I'm gonna hold this.
But what if they don't even know who Diggable Planets
I'm
or what
gonna
a
tell
Diggable Planet
them.
is?
I'm gonna tell them. Can you hold your dad there?
You gotta share your screen. You gotta learn how
I
to share.
know we do have to change
You
platforms
can
and
run their
change.
videos. And
Yes.
you can maybe hit their Wikipedia page, and
Yeah.
you and your followers can go through it together,
We
and then go
we're
back to your
rotary
camera.
phones. We're gonna need to do a little teaching. Reds is laughing at us. Technical.
So like
The rotary phone thing is not a flex no more. You guys been on YouTube a while now.
I like the older music vibe these days. Okay, Marjorie's drinking Cavassier and
Yeah, you
Coke.
guys gotta send some super chats.
Woo,
Yeah,
Reds.
yeah, you see, yeah, big up Red's room, big up Red's room, and what is that they said?
Bed says
It's
he's been
something
a
special.
Reds has been a member. He's one of our actual members. He has a membership to our channel. He's been a member for 5 months. So
Reds.
So Reds is the big dog. Everybody give Reds a W in the chat.
Reds, a consistency we say.
Right.
You guys double tap and like for Reds. What are they? Reds room.
Reds Room.
TV.
Reds Room TV. So we went to see Diggable Planets, guys. Diggable Planets is sick.
All right, you guys say bye.
Say goodbye, Nino, because okay. Yeah. So Diggable Planets is a old school hip hop group from the 90s they started. And
Yo, what's old school?
old school for us is like 90s
So
music.
check, hold on, before you get into what you're saying, right?
And they're a blend of hip hop and jazz infusion, right? Kind of like Dream Warriors. I love Dream Warriors too, as you guys all know. So look at that. We're getting the super chats. Red, put up the $5.
W Reds Room TV.
Everybody give Reds a big W. Thank you, Reds. Thank you, Reds. Oh, I gotta like that. I gotta like that. He said, Red says that's for the kitty.
There you go. There you go.
So, anyways, we
Reds.
went to see Diggable Planets. It was a good concert. It was so good. And it was a grown folks concert, right? It was in a nice amphitheater out in Mississauga, performing arts. I had a nice seat. It was so good. Berry Walk exercises here. Red's Room, blessing brother. And what I wanted to bring to your attention is this picture. This is him. This little one here is him. This picture is probably maybe 35 years old or so, or maybe 30 odd years old, when we brought them to see Diggable Planets when my two sons were just little tykes. You see that? And that's the same group that we went to see this week, and we had a blast. And let me tell you, the theater.
But you gotta explain them a little bit because your followers might not know who they are, right?
Well, Diggable Planets is a hip hop group from the States.
I know you said a little bit, but like they're not just like
They're not
big time.
They're very big time. They tour all over the world. They still tour off the strength of their music from 30 years ago. They're very much still in demand because this amphitheater was packed. And I tell you, packed. So if you go into my shorts, you'll see I made a little clip with them and show a little bit about what they look like today. They practically look the same, guys. They look the same. But they are the ones that sing that song Cool Like That from way back when. And I'm telling you, when they came out with that song, the crowd went wild. The crowd went wild.
I'm trying to see what I know they won a Grammy, but I'm trying to
Yeah, they did win a Grammy for their album Blowout Comb.
I'm trying to figure out where they
Blowout Comb was the name of the album.
trying to figure out where
And I'm sure a lot of you have probably heard their music. But oh my God, love Diggable Planets. I just thought it was a full circle moment that we had gone to see these people like almost 30 years ago when our kids were little. And here we are again when they're back in town. I mean,
Yo, this streaming thing is crazy.
I-
I'm trying to do research and trying to find information.
I love their music. But welcome in. We have Barry. Barry Walking Exercise for Your Health is here.
So the Grammy was for Best rap performance by a duo or group in 1994
Wow.
at the 36th Grammy Awards.
Wow. You hear that, guys? And they're still performing and they're still filling amphitheaters. So that was a great concert this week. Like I said, we had a comfortable seat. Bluebird says, yes, their music is similar to Dream Warriors. Yeah, that kind of that jazzy rap, hip hop. And actually, Dream Warriors and Diggable Planets actually have a song together. It's called Tricycles and Kittens.
So you should be able to run it.
We should be
you
able
gotta,
to.
You gotta set up your stream.
Should be able
So you
to.
can reference the things that you're saying.
Yes.
Like when you say something, you should be able to.
You should be
pull
able
it up on
to.
YouTube
But yeah, Diggable Planets has a song. It's called Tricycles and Kittens with our very own Dream Warriors, our Canadian boys. So anybody that likes that old school hip hop vibe can go and look up that song, Tricycles and Kittens, it was called.
I think there's a few of them too. You know.
What did you do?
Nothing. Everything's fine.
Oh.
But this was like.
Nobia says, oh, that's cool. I have to look it up. Yes, please look it up. Okay, co-host, what did you do this week?
What did I do this week? Oh shoot! Let me look at my calendar, bro. What did I do?
I'll tell you what you did this week.
What did I do this week?
You had your first ever parent-teacher meeting.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I did actually.
Now talk about full circle
Thursday?
moments.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah?
I remember when I was a kid, I was going to parent teacher interviews. I was always nervous.
Why?
I was always worried about what the teacher was gonna say if I was being bad or.
I don't remember ever getting a bad report.
Yeah, but I was nervous about a bad report. But when Zuri went to her interview, she was excited. She was like, "Yeah, what is she gonna say? She wants to know everything the teacher's gonna say about her, all the good things." And she was excited.
Well,
it was exciting though.
I'm happy to say that it was a very excellent report. Zuri got a good report on all fronts.
Yeah, Zuri's a good kid. And when we went to her interview, it was solid. So yeah, that's what I did this week. Other than that, I took it easy. I just relaxed.
It was just a work week.
It's a regular work week.
Yeah. So another thing that happened today, well, not today, but this week. I don't know what's going on, if it's just the season or the time. We talked about it a little bit last week, but there's been another death of a young person within our space, right?
We don't gotta do that. But
We had a get together yesterday. It was a family bowl day, and all of the family
really fun.
got together, right? So all the different levels, I call them. So there was my level, then there was their level, and then there was the little ones, right? And that was just to stay connected because, we spoke about it last week that we had one of my nephews' baby moms passed away unexpectedly. And, when it brings families together, you realize how much you haven't seen each other. You don't want to just see each other for weddings and funerals, even though you live in the same city. So we had a family bowl day and fund receipts low. I was performing the same time Dream Warriors was doing their thing. What? Reds, you got to give up that. You got to give up that, Reds. You got to give up that, Reds. You got to tell me all about that because
yo, can we YouTube Red's room?
that wasn't, what was your name back then? Because if that's the case, Reds, I was probably in the same space because I was one of those hip hop around the way girls back then. I used to be at all those concerts.
Drop the link, Red's room.
Drop the link. But yeah, I was just saying that we went to a family bowl day yesterday and we had such a good time. And that was just stemming off the commitment after we all had this funeral that we went to the week before, that we're going to make a commitment to get together a lot more, have some fun days, and, don't make it be like 6 months before we see each other or only on holidays. And we live in the same city. So, yeah, it was a good day yesterday. It was a good day. And, all the nephews and little nephews and nieces and, the bereaved family was there and it lifted their spirits and, it was all good. It was all good. So that's what I did yesterday.
I was
But
there too.
yeah, you were there too. But it just but it was far. It was far.
You know what's crazy? I don't need a GPS to get anywhere in my city.
Thank
And
you,
I needed
lady.
a GPS to get there because I did not know where I was going.
No,
and if I had to get back there on my own right now, I couldn't get there. I don't know where I was. I remember the address, but I can't tell you how to get there.
Reds. You can't drop that and not elaborate, Reds. I need to know what group you were in back then, because if you're a Canadian group, chances are I either saw you or I know of you. It's a good time to be around family at those times. Absolutely. Because nobody knows when your time is up, right?
A decent amount of people in your chat. The community's strong, eh?
Yeah.
Tap that. Hit that thumbs up.
Oh.
On your own thing. Yeah,
guys, if you haven't already hit the thumbs up, please tap that thumbs up button.
So everybody here subscribes to you, basically.
Well,
if they don't, they should.
Yeah. Yep. Just about. These are all our subscribers.
So what? I can't read that. My
S8
Straight of Mind
song called Moon Swings.
Yeah, we're looking that up.
Okay, we're looking that up right now, Reds, because I want to see you. Reds, you've been holding out on me.
No, State of Mind. That's not straight. State of Mind.
Oh, State of Mind. Was that the name of the group? State of Mind, and the song was called Mood Swings?
It doesn't matter. He gave the infos. We're gonna find out.
Oh, Reds, you gave up the receipts. Ooh. We love the Nino and Low Space. It's a safe space and it's ours. Is this a song? You might get copyrighted. You can't play it.
You can't do that on YouTube?
No, they'll copyright you.
What? Nah, you're tripping.
Let me see.
But then they can't see. Watch it.
Ooh, is that Reds?
You'll never know.
Ooh, are you Andy Man?
Andy Man is the person who uploaded it. So they who knows who that is? They might not have anything to do with the State of Mind.
Oh, it's a vibe, Reds. Okay. That looks like Reds.
Like
that's Reds right there.
Some real CKLN rap. 88.1 on a Saturday afternoon.
That's Reds right there. Reds.
Yeah, they want to see. They're just watching us react, bro.
Woo. You got some bars.
Copyright from Reds.
Ooh. Reds.
Yo, say ho. Say ho. That's pretty tough.
Wow, Reds, you've been holding out. That is so flipping cool. You had some swag, my friend. Look at that. You were full of swag. I don't remember that group. Oh my gosh. Video is good from time, says Bluebird. That's some cool stuff. Whatever happened? I mean, the music industry is pretty tough to sustain your flow, right? Especially Canadian music at the time in hip hop. It wasn't easy to break out. And we didn't have internet and cell phones like we do now to be able to promote your stuff. Loving the stream, so natural and so real, says Nobius. Well, that's what we're trying to do.
Yo, this page is kind of cool. Andy Man.
Yeah. We're trying to come to you every week as promised and just talk the thing straight up. We just let the chat just direct the flow of the conversation. If we have something new to add in, of course we'll add in. But this is just a time when we're going to come every week and just talk the things. Red's room is amazing with what he does. Red says, you guys are bait. Reds, you, as Golga the president said, you gave me the receipts, my brother.
I literally want to say, you dropped the low. I'm about to pull that up so quick.
We have to be bait. Listen, You can't drop a link like that. He said, only for you, Lo. Okay, listen. I would have probably been at your show, my friend, because I was into the hip hop scene.
Yo,
then.
what is this? Join. What is that?
Join. They can join our membership because we have a membership here, right? Bluebird says, yeah, I feel like a hangout with friends and we can share stuff too. That's for sure. That's for sure. You did the accent so well. That's for Goga. Goga, when Goga gets a hold of these receipts, you are done for. He's not going to stop with the teasing, but he can tease because
Who's Goga? Another one of your followers?
The ones that we were just watching. It was all internal. Oh my God. Listen, you had the glasses going, you had the moves going, you had the jacket and the fit going.
The Jodeci Army fatigue?
Yeah.
The Helter Skelter? You
were doing it, my friend. You were doing it. You were cool. I would have listened to that song. Go on, everybody, big up Reds. Big up Reds room for the links.
Let me go in your chat real quick.
Big up Red's room. Give him a round of applause for the links.
Yo, YouTube ads?
Listen, YouTube ads is what keeps us all paid in these YouTube streets. Red says, I'm laughing my ass off. Look at Nobius Nightshade says, I like it. That's right up there with Diggables and Dream Warriors. That was my jam from back then. Nobius Nightshade is shouting you out. Big up yourself, says Sab and Tony. Pinky FM says, give the W to Red's room because he has the classic rap. Red's room to come back to Toronto.
Barry walking exercise?
Yes.
He
said, Red says we're both bait.
No, the Barry, see, Barry fixed it.
Oh, he's one of our good friends. Maybe
the autocorrect keeps messing him up.
Oh.
So he keeps calling Red's room restroom. So it's just restroom.
Oh.
But it's not on purpose. It's the autocorrect.
Bluebird said it sounded better than... I think he's fixing Bluebird, you hear what Bluebird said, Reds? That it sounds better than most hip-hop of today. Red says we're both bait. We're both bait.
That's okay.
Oh, yeah, Goga. When Goga comes here and hears that, Reds, oh, yeah, you're done for it. But I think old school hip-hop, to me, old school hip-hop for me is
But there's got to be levels to old school hip-hop, right? Because what's old school hip-hop?
For me?
Period.
Like early stuff.
Because it's so old now, right?
Well,
so now you can go back 40 years. You can go back 30 years.
I was there when hip hop started. So to me, that's old school.
So 50 Cent
Grandmaster Flat is to me 50 Cent is not old school.
More than 20 years old.
But that's not old school.
But it's over 20 years old.
But it's
so
not.
So I'm trying to say it's got to be levels.
There's
to old
levels
school,
to old school. Okay, well I'm the super duper old school.
You can't put 50 Cent in the same categories like Big Daddy Kane, right?
Right.
But
right.
50
I get
Cent
it.
is 20 plus years ago.
I get it. Okay, we're having a deep discussion about old school hip hop now. You're right.
So there's got to be levels. I don't know what to call it, but
I'll call it classic. Classic. Dougie Fresh, right? That's the type of stuff I like. The Dougie Fresh, the Grandmaster Flash.
How do you categorize them? Because once you say throwback,
you have to say classic.
50 Cent will end up in that same
Nino saying, why are we bothering Reds? Red said, low, me no low. Nino, you missed it. Reds is an old school.
All right, I'm going to pull up the link again.
Old school Canadian hip hop. Reds was on this video doing his thing. You missed it. Old school was the best, says Barry White. Like Barry, I keep calling him Barry White. Barry Walking Exercise for Your Health is the name. We just call him Uncle Barry. And Nino's saying old school hip hop runs things, but what Tremayne just said is 50 Cent. I don't consider 50 Cent to me.
I think 50 Cent came out like 2003.
Old school.
That's 22 years ago.
To them, he's old school, but to us, he's not old school. So we have to call our hip hop, Wu-Tang Clan. What? Lady J or Lady Y.
And it's not even just hip hop. It's anything, right? So it's like music from
them times.
Music 20 years ago was 2005.
Yeah, that's crazy to me. Year 2000 is not old school.
If you go back 20 years, That should be considered old
No,
school.
for me, old school is like from like mid '80s and up. Run DMC.
Yeah, so at this
My
point in life,
favorite hip hop group, other than Dream Warriors, of course, Camp Low with Lucchini.
at this point in
If
life,
you know,
just
you
say,
know.
at this
That's
point in
my
life,
song.
At this point in life, you just gotta say, I like music from the 80s or
Or
the
yeah,
90s
or you can say classic.
2000s or the 2010s.
I mean, Brooklyn. I'm from hip. Yeah, okay. She's saying that she was there since hip hop started. So are we.
You know what? So was I.
Yeah, actually he was. He was a baby, but we used to drag him to every hip hop concert that we went to. And the picture that I showed you was his very first time seeing Diggable Planets. And I
I've been around
remember,
a lot of people though.
yeah, you've been around Lauryn Hill. Went
Lauryn
backstage
Hill,
to see
Fugees,
Lauryn Hill when
Croswell,
the Fugees came.
all kind of people.
You also
Busta
went to see
Rhymes,
Run DMC.
all the Canadian rappers.
Yeah. Yeah,
whoever it may
we used to
be.
go to the concert hall back in the day. I'm telling you, I was around, before in a past life, I was around the way hip hop girl. I used to go to all those concerts and enjoy that type of music. Now, mind you, I still enjoy that type of music, but I just play it in my car now on the way to work, on the way to grind for work, right? Lady, the only Lady J. I think you're a hip hop girl too because you know all the old school Wu-Tang, Dougie Fresh, Run DMC. Yes, girl. I know you're one of them. Now, Uncle Barry is saying Brooklyn had some great guys back then. Of course. Nowadays, to me, the way the hip hop is like they say one or two words and the skirt, skirt, they just say sounds and they say one line and they make an extended version. Like they'll start, I got a cup in my hand. Skirt, brr, brr, brr. I got a cup in my hand. Brr, brr, brr. That's all they do for like 10 minutes and that's the song. And then they add a dance to it. They put it on TikTok and then it goes viral. Right? That's our hip hop, we had verses. Like,
you know what's crazy though?
Rapper's Delight. How many verses does Rapper's Delight has? Anybody that's a hip hop fan of my age knows every single word to that song, Rapper's Delight. I'm telling you. Everybody of a certain age knows every single word to that song.
But they're always gonna.
Do you know the words to that song?
I might.
Yeah.
But they're always gonna beef with the young guys.
Maybe.
Like back in the day with hip hop, these guys were wearing like how Red Room was dressed.
Yeah.
Red Room's mom was probably like, "Where are you going dressed like that? That's not real music. Where you going this hip hoppity crap?" And wants to put on, I don't know, like Donny Hathaway or something like that. So it's always gonna be like that. They're always gonna think that the music of today is just
I get.
noise,
Oh,
right?
Triple T is here. My other fellow Canadian, Wagwan Triple T.
Concert hall.
I've been catching up to some of your videos, my friend. I finally saw your moving video where you moved into your new place
Party
in
Center?
Chilliwack.
What's
I
Party
like it.
Center?
I like it.
Yo, it's Party Center.
Do you remember Party Center? No, I can't say I remember Party
It's a
Center.
concert hall. You know concert hall.
I know
Party
Concert
Center?
Hall. We used to call it
All right,
Masonic
you know what?
Temple.
Because I'm of a Google
And
generation,
there was
I
the
Google
Diamond
everything.
Club. What did the Diamond Club change names to? I can't remember now. There was the Bamboo, but the Phoenix. That's what it was. See, you remember because we brought him to the Phoenix a couple times. Triple T is saying hello to Nino. Nino is not here beside me, Triple T. He's at work, but he is in the chat. This is our son, Tremayne, that's slouched in the chair, but he's filling in.
Comfortable in my chair. What up, Triple T?
Cup in hand. Brup, 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 says Red's Room. You remember the Phoenix. Okay. Now, Nobia says, yes, Mr. Uncle Barry, nice it up, nicen up. Oh, thank you, Triple T. He's shared us out to his community. We're just here very casual.
Oh, yeah. Shout out Triple T, yes.
We're just here very casual, just enjoying this Sunday evening.
So hold on, you know where everybody in this chat's from?
Just about. Uncle Barry is from Kissimmee, Florida, because I watch Uncle Barry. Red's Room is from here in Toronto.
Clearly.
Triple T used to live in Vancouver, but now Triple T lives in Chilliwack, BC. He says,
oh, wow.
Oh, he thought that maybe Nino was back in Jamaica again.
Oh. Chilliwack, BC.
He's in Chilliwack, BC.
You know how cold that must be? It's so cold.
Is it cold, Triple T?
I swear they named winter
the
coats
bamboo.
after Chilliwack.
Okay, Share Beauty wants to say, where's Zuri? Where's Zuri? She said W Zuri. Big up Share Beauty. Welcome to the chat. Red's Room is saying, yes, they remember the Phoenix. Bluebird says, we're talking about things that made us feel good. Good vibes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, Triple T says it's not cold there at all. Not cold there at all. Yeah, man. Back in those days, we used to go to those hip hop shows. Oh, he says it's the same weather as Vancouver.
Where?
In Chilliwack.
In Chilliwack. Oh.
And that's when Much Music was in its infancy. Much Music had just started. So we used to kind of control that narrative. And you know, in the summertime, there was a special kind of ode to hip hop and all the VJs of Much Music, and it happened at the art gallery downtown. So we went to that, and that was mind blowing.
Yeah, I don't think Much Music exists, yo.
That was mind blowing when we went to that, because they had all the VJs that hosted Rap City since it started. So you had Master T, you had not Brandon. What was the name of that guy? Master T and I can't remember the name of them, but all of them were there, and it was everybody.
Talk about the film went to
at the art gallery. Oh. Everybody that was part T-Rex. Of Canadian hip hop. Yeah, T-Rex was there, and it was. It was. Is that her name? Yeah, it was a lovely, lovely tribute to and the place was full of industry people, full of old school artists. Actually, I should probably put something up. Better late than never, right? Brampton Gardner is here.
I always see you guys talking about
Brampton Gardner. She is another fellow Canadian. Clearly. Up in Brampton. Love her guard. She has her little pug dog. Her name is Rochelle. You see, this is my son, Rochelle, and he's fascinated that I know all the people in the chat. Yes, I know all the people in the chat. Because these are subscribers that have turned into friends, right? They've been there since the beginning. Rochelle was
shout out to Brampton.
Yes, Rochelle has been there since the beginning. I just watched your video where you went to that beautiful store that was like Christmas just exploded in there. I would love to go in there. I would probably get lost in there because Christmas is my jam. Yeah, she says she has to represent.
Big up Bradley Center.
But oh, Linda is here. Look at that. You see? Everybody finds you. Linda is here. You know Linda, my Linda, that helped me to set up my garden. Hello, Linda. Hey, Linda. And Kaylin Crew is here. Oh my gosh, all my friends are coming out. I haven't seen Kaylin Crew in a while. Hey, everybody, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you all for joining us.
Linda has up all the tomatoes.
Linda, guys, that's in the chat. Linda is the one that started me on my garden journey. Once I renovated my backyard and it was just a blank slate, I found Linda and I said, Linda, I need your help to get this garden going. And she said, okay, whatever you want. And I said, okay, you have to guide me. And Linda's like my sensei. Linda got me going. And, you know, I didn't see Linda much this summer, but every now and again, we'll go on like a little gardening trek together. She'll come over or we'll go to one of the nice garden stores and just get some plants. And she's the one that gives me a lot of tomato seeds. Now, Linda's gardening of tomatoes is next level, guys. Hello, Miss Kaylin. Miss Kaylin says, how are you? We are doing good and nice to see you here. I hope you are well. I hope you are well. Everybody's sharing out the live, Nino. Everyone's sharing out the live. Nobius is bigging up Brampton Garden because she's a real one. And guys, please, if you haven't connected to people in the live, there's a lot of content creators that are in the live. So you can connect like Kaylin and Brampton and Reds and Uncle Barry and Triple T. These are all good, solid, small YouTube subscribers or small YouTube channels that we all form a nice community. Now, Linda is saying that she just used her last tomato. Wow. Kaylin is here. Give her a drink, says Nobius. Now, Uncle Barry is saying his Thanksgiving was nice. Now, you have to understand, Uncle Barry,
Oh yeah,
here
yeah, yeah,
in
yeah. I forgot.
Canada,
There's a man from Kissimmee, Florida, right? How was
right?
Thanksgiving?
He's from Kissimmee. So our Thanksgiving is in October,
You know, I
right?
think Thanksgiving kind of popped down everywhere, Canada
Maybe.
and US. Like,
Because we didn't have our big, we usually have the big Thanksgiving thing here, but
I
we
think we're
didn't.
losing recipes.
We didn't do it this year, but we'll make up for it at Christmas. Everybody was working and just wasn't coordinating.
How
And
many people? How many people in and around my age know how to build a whole turkey?
well, that's why you have to watch Nino and Lo. We have as a
No,
matter
but
of fact,
even have that they know how or know their way around. People just Uber Eats a turkey.
oh my gosh, guys, do any of
I don't
you
use
have
Uber Eats, but you know how it
adult
goes.
children? All
You
they
know how it
do is
goes.
Uber Eats.
I don't do that, but
Triple T says the Americans always seem to think that their Thanksgiving is the only one.
you know how it goes.
Yeah, that's right. Nino says Uncle Barry used to live in Toronto. That's right. Uncle Barry did used to live in Toronto.
Oh, so you got two Thanksgivings. Lucky, lucky. No wonder why you're walking on your fitness. What is his name?
Uncle Barry.
His name's Uncle Barry.
He says
walking.
at Barry walking exercise for your health.
Yeah.
He walks
After
almost every day.
Right after the two Thanksgivings, you need to
See?
be walking for your health.
Brampton, Rochelle is saying, from Brampton Guard is saying, I don't know how they afford it because all they do is Uber Eats.
Yeah,
I work
I can't get into the Uber
in
Eats
a
stuff.
busy downtown emergency and I work with a lot of young nurses. They Uber sometimes 3 times in one 12-hour shift. Isn't it crazy? They Uber coffee, they Uber drinks, they'll Uber their dinner at the beginning part of the night. Then they'll get a little hungry at the crack of dawn. They'll Uber a little breakfast. One time they Ubered fresh bread and coffee, a fresh baked bread. It's crazy to me. I can't get out of your phone. You're supposed to be my co-host. I don't understand the Uber Eats. Me personally, ain't nobody got time for that. I need to keep my coins, everybody. It should be a crime, Rochelle. Rochelle is saying it should be a crime. That's all they do is Uber Eats. Resroom said that he used to live in Brampton for years before he came back to Toronto. I've never lived in Brampton. I've been there a million times, but I've never lived there. Yeah, Rochelle, I don't know how they can afford it either. Triple T says, I'm like, happy Thanksgiving. But what about your viewers who watch that are maybe not American? No tea, no shade. That's right. A lot of us here.
What you saying?
He's saying happy Thanksgiving. He's saying, but what about all the viewers that are watching that are not American? We don't.
It's not October.
We don't. Our Thanksgiving was in October. We had it a long time ago, Uncle Barry.
We bigged up all the Canadians in October.
Brampton is saying, I've never used Uber Eats or anything. I don't have an Uber Eats account. But the neighbors across the street get stuff dropped off all day. These kids will even Uber Eats McDonald's.
Don't put me under the bus.
Not you per se, but your generation.
Yeah.
Your generation.
They Uber Eats a lot.
Linda's saying Ubering coffee. Wow, I agree. It's crazy. They Uber coffee. They Uber the what's the drink called with the tapioca in it?
Bubble tea.
Bubble tea. They Uber bubble tea.
By the time the food gets to you, if it's supposed to be hot, like it's not even like you're not supposed to get McDonald's on delivery.
Well, they get McDonald's. They Uber from a bakery and got fresh bread. Now, Brampton said, I prefer Thanksgiving in October. It's actually when there's harvest and it's further away from Christmas. Yeah, I think we're used to that. That is kind of when you're harvesting the last of your garden,
But
right?
It doesn't depend on where you are. You know, you have like zones. How you have like gardening zones? You always talk about your gardening zones.
Yes, there's different gardening zones.
For us, would the harvest be the same time as say somebody in another? Let's say they're in North Carolina.
Yeah.
Would the harvest time be the same, or would it be a couple weeks apart?
No, sometimes it's the same. It depends. Like zone 6 isn't just right here. You can be in zone 6 and live in the States, right?
Right. What I'm saying is,
yes,
if the climate is different somewhere else, wouldn't harvesting be different somewhere else?
No, because that plant takes a certain amount of time to mature. So if you have tomatoes that you planted at a certain time, they're probably all being harvested
so there won't
around
be a
the
time
same
where
time.
like us in Canada and our climate will allow us to get whatever we need, whatever food we need to harvest in October, but there's somebody else that might be ready in November.
Yeah.
So is that why
people that are further north? Like I have GT Grows in Alaska. He is in Alaska, and his things mature a little bit later.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Maybe that has something to do with why Thanksgiving's on different days.
Maybe.
I know there's like whatever founding fathers and all that type of story, whatever. But like,
Brampton Gardner says, hey, couldn't handle the driving, huh?
what
Is
Brampton driving?
no, yeah, Brampton driving is crazy to get to. If you live downtown and work in, or if you work downtown and live in Brampton, that's some
What about
crazy
driving
work.
within Brampton?
Or driving within Brampton, it's kind of a little.
I follow a couple TikTok like Brampton pages,
Yeah,
and they're just accidents. It's just like accident compilations.
that's crazy. Now, Kaylin is saying that her sister Uber Eats all the time, and she's in college. I guess a lot of those college kids use Uber Eats as stables, but how do they afford it? How do they afford it?
You know what enough of them do? Enough of them calling me like, my food was nasty. I want a refund.
Now, Triple T says, what? When I order food, I make sure it's a feeding. Well, you have to because you're paying for that big fat delivery fee. And let me tell you, Triple T, he orders food because he does his mukbangs where he eats all the different, you know, whatever he's ordering, whether it's McDonald's or Subway or whatever. If you want to see, if you enjoy seeing mukbangs, and sometimes he does actually cook. Triple T's your man.
Nice.
Okay, guys, I the chat's getting away with me. You guys are going.
Did
Oh,
you get a new camera?
yeah. Oh, does it look better this week, guys? Yes, I got a new camera because I got a new phone, but it.
And it's you're
No, that's
diabolical.
That's the
Yes, but that shouldn't even be. That's crazy.
that just happened.
Okay.
Brampton says Brampton has the worst driving. It's insane. Whenever we get on the road, my husband says it's Mad Max time.
Oh wow.
That is scary. Okay, co-host guilty Uber McDonald's.
What a ninja.
That's Red's moniker, Mana Ninja.
What a ninja.
That's Red's thing, Mana Ninja. Now Red's room says, Lowy, Uber Eats sometimes. No, sir. Bluebird says, yeah, the camera looks great. Isn't it nice? Finally. And Jess is saying it looks great.
Actually, your older probably looked really bad.
It did look really bad. Last week it looked really bad. Triple T says, we are keeping you busy with the chat. It's popping in here. It is popping in here. Novia says, I agree. It looks good now. It sure does because that camera, oh boy, last week it was so bad. Triple T, the tip. I don't
you
even
should come
remember
on live and
when
put up your Christmas tree.
Yes, maybe I will. But guys, the corner where the Christmas tree needs to go, his child and my other granddaughter brought all the toys down from upstairs. So now I have a big pile of toys in the corner where the Christmas tree is supposed to go.
Let them pick it up.
Let them pick it up. More like I'm going to end up doing 10 trips up and down the stairs to bring these bloody things upstairs. You guys need to help me. The avid camper is here. Big up the avid camper. Wagwan.
Make sure you guys are putting the thumbs up and then liking the live.
Liking the live
And putting the thumbs up.
Now,
look,
Bram,
hold on. Zuri, you want to say what's up to? Are you watching us on live, Zuri? Are you watching us?
I'm here.
Look.
I'm putting it on my phone, but it's not opening for me.
Oh, it's probably the old link.
Of course it's not. Look, Zuri. Say hi to the chat.
All we're seeing is her head top.
Hi.
Say hi to the chat, Zuri. Look, they can't see you.
We can't see you. We just see your head top.
Hi.
Say what up, chat.
What's up, Cha?
Chat.
We
The
can't.
chat.
We can't see her.
Look, you're not looking.
Watch the camera.
Okay, we're gonna go. All right, we're gonna get you off of here. You're messing up the airwaves.
All right. So, okay, I have to go back. Brampton Gardner says, I do order skip the dishes for my parents as they're senior. They're senior living and mom's in a wheelchair. Okay. And getting out is really hard for them. So I'll order something for them every so often. Okay. I agree with that. And I know that you can do grocery shopping through Uber Eats and all that kind of stuff. Or, you can just get them to deliver your groceries. But three times in one day, Uber Eats, no, sir. Red's Room says, I couldn't handle Brampton because I was a young black man and the boy them had it out for me. I had to leave Brampton. Ain't that right? Ain't that, you see that Peel region? Reds, let me look into the camera and
No
say, you
deal
see
Peel?
that Peel region? Them not easy.
No deal Peel.
That Peel region, I'm glad that you left Brampton because I'm telling you, back in our time when our age group were the young men in the city, boy, that's why right now when I see all of these, weed shops open 24 hours and all that, I look around and I say, look at this shit now. Because back in the day when I was a young person and I was in high school, you know how many guys got arrested in my school or in my neighborhood for just having the tiniest little bit of weed? And now it's legal. Everybody's smoking everywhere and doing whatever they want. But so many young men back then got arrested. They got records. It ruined their 20s. And now, oh, it's free. It's legal. I don't know. That's some
Yeah,
stuff.
Peel is the worst.
Yeah.
Peel's pretty bad.
Rochelle is saying that's how her aunt FaceTimes, just the top of her head.
It's always the old people and the little kids.
Avid campers in the building. Everybody big up the avid camper and go and give him a follow. The avid camper.
Yo, why do they call you the avid camper?
Because he likes to camp.
In like a van or like a
No,
like a
he
tent?
goes into a tent and he camps and he shows us the wilderness and he cooks out there.
Sounds like he's Mark Harrison. Mark Harrison's alley.
Triple T said the guy handed me the bag and it was so light I thought there was a mistake. I looked and I'd only ordered 1.35 dip.
1.35 dip and all the admin fees and delivery fees.
Oh,
and
Triple
tip
T.
That's and he had the audacity to put it in the big paper bag in here and deliver it like it was something.
How much did that cost you?
That's
Now,
annoying.
Rochelle also said, yes, the climate will extend their season somewhat, but most people are not harvesting much at the end of November because by then things have already matured.
So that answers my question.
See? Red's Room is saying his workplace is the same thing. Cabs in, cabs out. Pure Uber Eats. And Kaylin is saying they Uber Eats everything. Bluebird is saying that they had roller skates
Roller skates where?
back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Because Nobius is saying, how many people use roller skates or skateboard or rollerblades? I had roller skates. I had roller skates.
I had both. But I wasn't going to like roller rinks though. You guys are like at rinks. We're just on the road with the roller.
Oh no. We had our roller skating rinks. We had all that late 80s, early 90s funk. And we used to, what? Reds, you know what I'm talking about.
Look,
you know what I'm talking
that's
about.
Linda. It says Linda, right? When
Linda's-
weed became legal, did the government pardon everyone with records? I think so.
Oh, did they?
That might be possible.
I don't know,
But, like,
Linda. I would hope so.
Bro, some man already did their time.
That's right.
Some man is like, okay, if they're gonna pardon you, right? You better have just one weed possession case. But at that time, weed possession comes with other things in a lifestyle.
Yeah.
So yeah, they might dash away your weed case, but now you have all these other cases
Yeah.
that are still and that came from the weed. You know what I'm saying?
I just
It's like,
remember
Steve,
back in the day when we were growing up in those years in Jane and Fame, boy, a lot of young men in the community got kind of railroaded back then. But Peel had a bad record. See, Jesse's even saying Peel is the worst. Peel is the worst.
no
Barry
deal-
is saying,
no deal
be
Peel.
right back, guys. Be right back. Continue to give us a thumbs up, guys, if you haven't already. Thumbs up the live. And I so appreciate you guys here. Oh my gosh, I'm having so much fun. But Linda, I don't know if I need to look into that. If that's the case, that's a good thing that they got rid of all those convictions. I think they got rid of the convictions that were on the books, right? Is that how it went? But like he said, a lot of people it already messed them up. It already messed them up. Bluebird says, life is tricky. If you could be the best person and find yourself in jail these days by accident, wrong place, wrong time. Listen, nobody's trying to go to no jail. Red's Room says, Peel region, run me out. Peel region, run your out of Brampton. It's okay. You're safer in Toronto. Nino Elliott says, Triple T, was the bag sealed? When you got your delivery, was the bag sealed?
Oh, alive? Like
or did they steal,
delivery?
did they take
That
out
would
your
be
food?
crazy. And left you the dip.
Because we're misunderstanding what you said. Did you say that you made a mistake and when you put in your order, all you ordered was the dip? Or did somebody, a porch pirate, come and steal your order and all they left you was your dip? Come on, fill us in. Let us know. Let us know. Brampton Garden says, all
Look,
these dang...
back when people used to get locked up, the police are a joke now. If you get locked up for anything, the craziest thing, you're coming home tomorrow.
Oh my...
You're coming home tomorrow.
Brampton says, all these dang delivery drivers clog up the roads,
Facts.
drive erratically, and
Facts.
do U-turns in them all the time.
She's from Brampton. That's first-hand experience.
To get to work, because I'm in the heart of downtown, I have to go through Chinatown, the one that's in Spadina there. Trust me, I have to do one of these. I just have to do one of these because these guys on those little motorcycles or those little motorized bikes, in and out of traffic, driving on your left when they shouldn't be on your left, zipping, it's terrible. Those things need to be regulated because it's getting to be too much now. It's just too much. They're just doing too much. Ooh, Nobia says he had a skateboard with the wide wheels. Okay. Brampton says, you mean back when people used to get locked up? Tell me about it. Because like he said, nowadays, you hear of this horrific crime where, they broke into someone's home, assaulted them. The person's in the hospital. Next thing you know, they're back out the next day. But something? I don't know what's going on. Oh, man, how do you drive through Chinatown without getting soup dumplings every day? Listen, that's part of the reason why these younger staff members do so much Uber Eats, because we have everything that's pretty close to where we work. We have all those yummy places in Chinatown. We have uptown. We have further down. Listen, it's food. And you want to hear the joke?
You like bike lanes?
No, I don't like bike lanes.
I know you don't. Then what are you supposed to do?
No, but listen.
You don't want to be the
patients, even the patients in the hospital are ordering the most Uber Eats because, hospital food is the worst, right? See? Brampton says bike lanes suck. Okay, let me know for everybody in the chat, how many of you like bike lanes or how many of you even use the bike lanes? Bike lanes downtown, I think, are kind of necessary. But the bike lanes uptown in the periphery, ridiculous. We have a lane on some of the major streets up here in the eastern part of Toronto where I'm at, just for buses and bikes. Nobody's ever in it, just the odd buses. And all the other traffic is all squeezed into one lane. It's retarded. I don't know. Whoever thought of that?
You can't say retarded.
I can't?
Nah.
Oops, sorry. That's an old school word. Yeah. Brampton says they don't need them on the street, those bloody bike lanes. Now, the avid camper said, I made a mistake when I ordered the food. I had 2 carts open in the app. Oh my gosh. So all you ordered was a 35-cent dip. So how much did you have to pay for a 35-cent dip? And you mean to tell me that they didn't send you a message to clarify your order? They really just delivered a 35-cent dip in the big old bag? That's adding insult to injury. That's a shame. Brampton Gardner says, no single lanes now, big ass bike lanes, and you don't see any cyclists. Exactly. Same thing here in Scarborough. These big old bike lanes and nobody's in them. Downtown, you see a lot of people using the bike lanes, I must say. She says, I like to yell at our counselors about it. We all need to yell at our counselors. Tremayne has a personal relationship with one of the counselors here in Toronto.
She's not a counselor.
She's not a counselor anymore?
No. She's currently the deputy mayor of Toronto.
Okay, well, Tremayne sent her
I don't want to get into
some emails and he held her accountable. I was actually quite proud of him because he was holding her to her civic duty and she had to respond to him in kind. And she apologized. She made this stupid post about something and it was kind of insensitive and he called her out on it.
She did make a post that was insensitive, but that was after she was already called out. So she was adding insult to injury at that point.
Yes.
But she refused to acknowledge minorities and the things that were going on as far as police brutality,
Yes.
like the Black Lives Matter era. And I know like Black Lives Matter as a organization might not be the greatest thing ever because they have their own
little
dubious
issues.
business. But like Black Lives Matter, the concept, I don't feel like she was really acknowledging that, and she oversees a neighborhood that's predominantly Black and minority people.
Yeah.
So she should probably, cater to her constituents and the people who she didn't even get voted in, but the people who take it, who she kind of governs, and or not even necessarily govern because she doesn't govern anybody. She's just our voice to City Hall. So if we don't have a voice in City Hall, who looks out for us? We can't even get the people at City Hall to look out for us because she's misrepresenting us and she's not speaking for us accurately.
The good thing was that you really put it to her in a respectful manner, and she responded in kind, and you ended up, coming to a middle ground, and both of you walked away having your points heard.
It sounds so much more diplomatic than it was.
Because it was diplomatic.
It was kind of rough.
No, you started off because I always teach them, when you want to make a point, you can't go to somebody and because that's what they expect. Young Black man, they probably expect that you're going to come at them a certain way. You come at them educated, you get your point across, they can see your point of view, and then you can have a discussion. If you just come across nothing's going to happen.
And a lot of that issue, even though we're not giving details of what happened, but a lot of it was the fact of like an older person who's not internet savvy showing her true self on the internet because she's not savvy enough to hide it.
That could be it too.
No, she's not savvy enough to hide her true self.
Yeah.
So she's just being,
because we're all rotary.
She's being like blissfully
ignorant.
Transparent.
Yeah.
No, not ignorant. Blissfully transparent as to who she really is online. As I said, because she's not savvy enough to hide it, and that's what a lot of these politicians do to play themselves because they be using the internet and they don't know how to use the internet, and then some young person is gonna pull your card because look, like we have receipts. Look what you did.
Yeah.
Look like.
And that's the thing. We're living in the era of receipts, guys. You cannot do nothing without somebody pulling up your receipts.
And her name is Jennifer McKelvey, by the way. She's the deputy mayor.
See, Brampton Gardner says it's better than being two-faced.
Right? So I remember messaging
you hear
her.
that? It's better than being two-faced. She's living in her true authentic self, but it's better than being two-faced.
No, for sure.
You call her out and you educate her.
But she prefers to be two-faced if she had it her way. She's not being transparent, like willingly.
Maybe she's just blissfully ignorant.
She's blissfully transparent. She doesn't know she's not know she's showing herself.
Yeah, because this household.
But she did hear me out, I guess, and she did acknowledge it after.
If you are a politician, a local politician going for city council or an MP for the district, and you knock on this door, you better be prepared for a discussion. I'm telling you, we have discussions at the door with candidates all the time. We hold them accountable. It's not, you can't just knock on my door and hand me your little flyer and say, oh, can I put the sign on your lawn and you're going to get my vote? It's not that easy. It's not that easy. When that whole Black Lives Matter thing was going on, we had all our signs across the front of our porch. We even organized a march. One day, maybe I'll tell you about that one. Me and the kids and Nino, we went downtown. We had our big placards, our signs, and we did a march. Actually, we have a little footage about that. Maybe I'll do a little post about that one of these days. But it was really good. It was really good, and that was the time when all this was happening, and Tremayne held her accountable. And the good thing about it is that she walked away with a clearer understanding of why he was so upset, why the community was so upset with her, and she was able to right her wrong, so to speak. But anyhow, we have some new people in the chat here. We have Watch Queen Cooking. That's our friend from long time. We met in these YouTube streets, and she's saying what's up to everybody. So we can everyone say what's up to Watch Queen.
What's up, Watch
We
Queen?
have Aiken. What does this say? Ali Kenton. Ali Kenton. Bless up. Okay, Ali Kenton. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name, my friend. Bless up, bless up. Thank you guys for coming. Everyone's blessing them up. Red's Room is handing out drinks.
Oh, your followers even say what's up to each other.
Yes. Red's Room hands out the drink. As soon as you walk into the room, you give us a thumbs up. Everybody knows how to do these things. And then you bless up everybody. Now, Nino is saying, imagine if we had drones delivering your food. Just imagine if you have a drone delivering your Uber Eats and your DoorDash. I think they do have that. Not here, but I saw that.
They do it, have it in LA. Well,
They
not
have it in
drones, but robots. Like if
No,
you're,
I saw a drone.
yo,
I
if you're
saw a
walking through
drone.
Hollywood, let me tell you something. You're walking through Hollywood right now, right? Let's say you're walking down Melrose.
Yeah.
You will see a droid, like from Star Wars, on wheels that look like a little robot.
Bringing food?
Just going down the sidewalk
Oh,
about
wow.
his day.
That's pretty
That
cool.
little robot is working.
Wow.
He's gone to go deliver somebody's food via GPS, and he knows how to cross the street. He knows how to wait for the red light.
Wow.
And yeah, they're just out there. And then when it gets to your door, and I guess it's like a code, you unlock the thing, and your food's inside.
Wow. Now, Red's Room says, Lo, you're braver than me to drive downtown. Let me tell you, and I go off hours. So I go to work at night and come home in the morning. Let me tell you, these people, it's not easy. The bike lanes, people just coming out in the streets. It's not easy. Watch Queen is saying Sunday blessings, Nino and Lo. Hello, how are you guys doing? And she watched the ads. I know the ads are kind of a bit much, guys, but please do watch the ads. That's what kind of helps to fund us here in these YouTube streets. And Rochelle from Brampton Gardeners says the counselors are out of control. True that. And we do have to hold them accountable.
Yeah, they're not regulated. They're not voted. So where do they come from?
Maybe they're appointed. I don't know.
Appointed by who?
I don't know.
Exactly, it's teeth.
Well, it's our
It's a
fault
ba- it's a
because
backdoor flex.
we need to have a better understanding of government at that level.
If that's the case, make me a city councilor then.
You probably could be.
Why not?
You probably could be.
It has to be a back, because nobody's voting for... Jennifer McKelvey was never voted in.
Bluebird says, Lo walked the walk. I did used to walk the walk. Let me tell you, back in the day, I only stepped out of my hip hop around the way girl persona when I went to college to become a nurse, because you got to get paid. You got to get a job to get you some money, or else I would have been knee deep. I was always the girl that worked the merch table at these hip hop shows, right? So I used to know all the people back in those days that the people that were behind the scenes that used to either work the control boards or the promoters or all these kind of things. It was fun. It was fun. Yes, watch Queen. Kaylin is here. You're sending her a blessing. Nobia says robots got jobs too.
It's crazy. People don't.
Oh, Reds, Brampton Gardeners asking for a shot. She needs a shot. She needs a shot. Bluebird says, these days we all have so much misplaced anger. It's so tricky to keep composure. Oh my goodness. Let me tell you, anger and keeping composure in my job in the emergency room, people come in there. I often wonder, okay, when we go into a bank, I haven't been in a bank for a while, but when we go into a bank, no matter how long the lineup is, we stay in line, we quietly wait till it's our turn, we go up to the teller and we do our business. When people come into the emergency room, they don't afford us that same courtesy. They want everything immediately, and if it's not done immediately, they start cussing you outside of your body size, your race, your gender, every last thing. I'm telling you, people cannot compose themselves anymore. Even when you give them a good explanation of what they're waiting for or what the issue is, no respect, no composure. And I'm not just talking about people that are marginalized. I'm talking about everyday, regular people that should know better, that should have a little bit of patience and some, common courtesy. There's no such thing about as composure anymore. They go from 0 to 100 real quick. And you know me, my mouth is pepper sauce, okay? Pepper sauce. Respectfully, though, because I don't see why I should take all the arrows. No, we're here to help you, to serve you, to make you feel better, to get you what you need. But we're not there to be, we're not there to be bashed. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Woo! Look at this chat just running away with me. Red Room says appointment by who? Them two thief.
Yeah, they're teeth. Come on, man.
And Red says true. Let me tell you. Brampton says you're not in pain at the bank, and you will wait until you see your bank account. And these days, the truth really hurts, is what
Do you
Nobia
think that the
says.
internet made everybody think that their opinion matters more than it actually does? So when people come into the hospital, they feel like they're like they matter more than the other person because the internet gives them a platform to feel that way.
Absolutely. People, another thing that people do is they go to Dr. Google and they come in and they're trying to tell us what's wrong with them. It's like, sometimes I tell you, if I could say what I'm really thinking, I would probably lose my job. Because how are you going to come into the hospital for medical assistance, but you're telling us what you need and you're not a doctor? You can tell us what your symptoms are, but you can't tell me what's wrong with you. Or someone might come in with a very minor problem with, say, a younger child or even a baby, but the problem is so mild. You know, sometimes people come to a hospital because they want reassurance, not so much that it's a 911 emergency. There's lots of reasons why people come. But if you're willing to come, just know that you're going to wait. If it's not a true emergency, you're going to wait. And it doesn't matter that someone will say, oh, you know, my kids are at home and I had a long day at work and I have to go to work tomorrow. We don't see people in order of their social calendar. Come on. I can't tell you that, because then you're gonna ready to come at me sideways. But think about it. If that's how we saw people based on, oh, that one worked today, she's already been up for 12 hours, she needs to come in before you that's having your heart attack. Does that make sense? Come on. Come on. Brandon says, good Lord, man, now I'm drunk. You're giving her all the booze. Brampton says, it's stress. No one goes to the ER for a good thing unless they're in labor. So they're just stressed out about whatever they're thinking. They're just stressed out. That's true. And I fully understand that. And I've been doing this job for a long time, and I try to alleviate people's stress and to make them more comfortable. And I do the best I can. Most of the time it works, and people are respectful. But then you get that one or two person that they just won't let up on you. And I'm like, what other job do you do that you get hurled so much abuse at, and then you still want me to help you after you done call me outside of my name, my race, my body size? And it's not fair. That's what I'm saying. It's just not fair. Just be a little kinder to the staff in your local emerge is all I'm saying.
Thanks.
That's all I'm saying. Nino saying real talk. Time to shake up City Hall is what Red's Room is saying, Tremayne. And Nino saying real talk, Reds, real talk.
Honestly, they would run me out of there so fast. They would get under my skin and make me act out of character, and then I'll do something to get
Red
myself
says,
canceled.
Nino, you need to become a politician. Anybody. We need some more representation. And Brampton says, I wish you could find people for wasting time in the ER. We need more walk-in clinics. If we find everybody for wasting time in the ER, we could probably build 10 more hospitals in the city. Because trust and believe, just know that when you come to an ER in this country, because we do have that, that socialist healthcare, we're not allowed to turn you away. You could come, get seen in the morning, come back for the same thing at night, and we can't turn you away. We have to register you. So, and that happens a lot. That happens a lot. Red's Room says patience just doesn't exist anymore. And Nino says Ford just appointed another Ford to a seat in office.
Wow.
That's called nepotism.
Wow.
That's called nepotism.
That's teeth is what you're called. I can't say nepotism's teeth, but like, bro, something is teeth.
You and Reds have that Canadian slang, eh? Those words, the teeth, don't know.
Hey, it's how we are, right?
Uncle Barry is probably like, are they speaking English? That's that Canadian slang. Brampton says the meat counter. I've seen people be really nasty to the guys at the meat counter at Amples. Oh my gosh. The meat counter. People have no patience. right now. Everybody thinks that they need to be, whatever issue they have, they need it solved immediately. Oh, Nobia says, yeah, you got to be patient through the ads. Yeah, sometimes those ads are like, ooh. Now, I'm sorry, I probably missed so many ads, but comments, but you guys are reading each other's comments. Yeah, you guys are reading each other's comments. Bluebird says it's hard for people to live in their wrongs. Of course. Nobody wants to admit, when they're called out on something that, they should be a little bit more patient, or that they've done some bad driving or whatever the case may be. But, I always look to the other side. My thing is, I'll give you one chance. If you come at me sideways, I kind of gently correct you, because like I said, my mouth is pepper sauce, but respectfully, it's respectfully pepper sauce. I correct you. I don't tear you down, but I let you know, I didn't like what you just said. This is what's happening. How can I help you? And let's start over. And if you still come at me sideways, ooh, that's not very nice, but I still have to help you because that's my job, right? Nobia says, yes, I've seen people cut off and then give them the finger. What?
You mean?
When you're driving, people cut you off and then give you the finger.
In America?
No, here. Like as if, that's crazy. Like as if you did something wrong with the driving, right?
Yeah, I just learned that you can't give everything a response, because if you do, bro, I'm gonna take it overboard.
Yeah.
Like if you go low, I'm going to hell. So it's like,
well, as Michelle Obama says,
not go to hell, so let me just relax.
When they go low, we go high. But in this day and age, when they go low, we go
hell.
lower. We're going to hell.
Let's go. Let's go.
Bring it on. Sometimes that's how I feel too.
But
I used to have the when they go low, we go high. But you're always taking the high road, and they're always taking the low road. So sometimes it's like, let's all just jump down into the trenches.
But you know what?
Can you text Renee to bring me some sugar, please? Sorry, I meant to say it to her. Brampton says, you must have been driving in Brampton when they cut you off and then gave you the finger. She's laughing. Although, if you flip them off, you could get shot. That's another thing. Road rage, Nino is always the one that wants to go in the middle of whatever argument. If we're at a festival or something, he's the peacemaker. I am like, no, let's go. As soon as I hear any little commotion, let's go. Ain't nobody got time for this. No.
There was a story I seen. It was in Brooklyn, right? And it must have been in the hood or something. This guy was out there arguing with his girl, and he must have hit the girl, and the girl came back and hit him, and a man came
and shot somebody.
And he came in, and he's like, he kind of draped up the guy. Like, what are you doing? As he's draping up the guy, the girl picked up a brick and bust the man's head with the brick, and they both ended up beating the man's ass.
See? That's why you don't jump in. You leave people alone. You don't know what's going on. I'm the kind, mind your own business. Like it depends. If somebody's in distress, I might try to help. It depends. But
can I be honest? If there's an opportunity for someone else to help, I won't be the one to jump and be like, hey, and offer my help.
Listen, I've been on a plane more than one time where they ask for medical assistance, and I always do this, and end up twice it's happened to me that I've had to offer services because nobody else was coming forward.
So let me ask you this now.
It's just
what if you offer your services,
yeah,
and then somebody happens to pass away? Nothing to do with what you were doing, because they're gonna pass away regardless, because they're going through an episode, right? Then that family turns around and they want to sue you, or they want to sue the airline.
They might.
Because they're suing the airline, now the airline wants to press you because
they might. But
when you could have just went and enjoyed your Jamaica trip and minded your business.
True, but when you do the type of work that I do, you cannot look the other way. If there's somebody there in need, in a medical distress, and
morally,
you can help, it's just within your being to help.
Morally, it's right. But you see, in today's time,
yeah,
morals mean nothing. You got to protect yourself. Cancel culture is real, and people will really come for your livelihood.
True.
You got to mind your business.
You hear that, guys? For people of a certain age, you hear how they call it? Cancel culture.
Self-preservation.
Cancel culture. They don't want to get involved because, and you see it all the time on the internet, right? Somebody goes on a rant acting all crazy. think that they are anonymous out there. They go on these sites, people put up their picture and say, guys, can you find this person? You know, within less than a day, they have your job, your name, where you live, who your family members are. And you know what happens next? Cancel culture. These people get called out, they get fired because their views don't align with the person that they were portraying that they were. But in reality, they're out there with all sorts of racial slurs, cussing people on the side of the road, even assaulting people and driving off. And then cancel culture. It's real. It's real.
So I just don't want any problems with anybody.
True. You kind of mind your business. But if you, for instance, saw an old person that fell, you wouldn't go to help them up?
Yeah. It's case by case, right?
Yeah, it's case by case.
In a general sense,
yeah.
I'm minding my business.
Yeah. Brampton says, I also hate how she says, I also hate tow truck drivers. They think they own the road. They're so aggressive and so rude.
And they have their guns on them.
Yeah. Tow truck drivers are the new mafias, I tell you.
They have their gun on them. Tow truck drivers are crazy.
Kaylin says, I agree. I don't make the argument worse. I just leave. That's me too, Kaylin. It depends. If it is somebody that's clearly at a disadvantage, a young girl or a young person or an elderly person, I might try to get them to safety, but I'm not trying to like get in the middle and it's too scary right now. Watch Queen is saying true, and Linda says it all depends.
Yeah,
it all depends. It's case by case.
In a general sense, mind your business.
You mind your business, yes. But you know, let me tell you about minding business. In Emerge, we have onlookers who call an ambulance for these people that are lying on the sidewalk. Do you know that a lot of time those people that are on the sidewalk, they're there because they want to be there? They'll come to us by ambulance. The ambulance will offload them. They will curse us all out because now they've lost their spot that they were planning to bed down on the grate that's blowing nice warm air from the subway. And they walk back out. They go right back out there. They lie on the ground. They're covered up in their blankets. Somebody else, passerby, sees them, say, oh my God, he's sleeping on the street and it's freezing cold. Call an ambulance, and the cycle goes throughout the day. It's crazy. People think that they're helping, and it sounds like you're doing a good thing to help, but it's really not helping. But you have no way of knowing that you're not helping, of course. Brampton says, I was on my sewing retreat last year. 4 of the ladies there were nurses. When somebody cut themselves, I was the one that had the first aid kit and had to help them since they were all off duty. Let me tell you. You see, this nurse, when I'm not at work, if we're here, if we have a gathering, if we have a barbecue, I always announce, this nurse is off duty, so y'all watch yourself, okay? If you get burned, if the kids fall, if they break a bone, this nurse is off duty. So Rochelle, yes, I believe you. That's a given. We always put the off duty sign as soon as we leave the hospital. That is for sure. Now Linda says you can't sue in medical gone bad when you were trying to help. I think that's called the Good Samaritan law. Is that not? Yeah, it's called the Good Samaritan law. There you go. And it protects first aiders.
What is it called?
The Good Samaritan law. So if you're trying to help like that, they can't sue you because you're being a good Samaritan. You're trying to provide aid. So that encourages, because if that was the case, no first aider, no doctor, nurse, EMS, none of them, no paramedic would go to render help when they're off duty if that was the case. So they better have that Good Samaritan law up and running. Linda says, that's what I learned in first aid courses that I took. I forgot about that. You're very right. And Nobia says, I agree, Linda. But it's tough to live with blinders on. And I think this generation, they live with blinders on because, you hear what Tremayne said? Cancel culture. It's all about the cancel culture. They don't want to be canceled. They don't want and everybody has a camera. Everybody has a camera. So don't go out there acting wild and think that there isn't somebody watching you, right? All 4K video says, good evening, Nino. Where's my boy Nino? Oh, Nino's at work. He is here in the chat. He's dipping in and out the chat. Tremayne, our son, is stepping in for him. But he had to work this week, and we are true to our commitment to provide our live stream every Sunday at 4:30. So here we are. Nino is in the chat participating with the conversation. Now, Bluebird says, yes, it's hard to break habits even when the habits are hurting them. That's true. There's a lot of people if they would just take one step to try and change their habits, they wouldn't be spending so many time in an emergency room. All right. Nobius Nightshade is bigging up the all 4K videos, who's just joined the chat. He's letting you know that Nino is in the chat. And now Brampton Garden is saying that she would rather take the risk and provide the help. And Bluebird's saying, yeah, we got to be good Samaritans. Brampton says Nino's trolling in the chat. You see, you can always tell the Canadians that are here, they still have that Canadian slang. Now, how are you in your phone texting when you're supposed to be the co-host? Look at this, guys. Guys, I want you to rate this guy as my co-host from 1 to 10.
What are you talking about? Look at your stats.
Rate this gentleman.
Look at your stats.
As a co-host from 1 to 10.
And
how has he been doing?
Without putting you on blast, right? You told me that I only have to do an hour.
I did say that.
You're at 90 minutes.
I'm sorry. Because the conversation is flowing.
Which is cool. I'm still here, but this is overtime.
Sorry. Okay, it is overtime. And he does have to work later on.
But I'm here. My ears are open. I hear what's going on.
Yeah, Brampton says Nino's trolling the chat. Now, Linda says you do have to ask the person if you can give first aid. You need permission before touching the person unless they're unconscious. Then permission is automatically given. There you go. Good Samaritan Act.
But how many people know the ins and outs of the Good Samaritan Act?
No. People who are first aiders.
Oh, they know that.
They should know that.
Word.
Right? Because she said that she got, when she did her first aid course.
They told them that.
They told her that. Yeah. 10 being good. Yes. Okay? So I want you to give him a number from 1 to 10, how he's been performing as a co-host. And I say, feel free to take a number or two off for him slouching in the chair. He says he's comfortable. I say you're slouching. Because Nino and I are always front and up in the camera, engaged in the camera. Look at this guy. He's like this. No. He says, I thought that you were AI.
You're lying. That's funny. That's a good one.
Now Brampton says that's 100% millennial effort. What's your category? You're not a millennial, are you? What are you? You're a millennial?
Yeah.
And what are we? Gens?
I don't know. Gen. I'm able to get a mortgage easily. I don't know. But I'm a millennial.
Look it up. I can't remember. I can never remember what I am. I think I'm a Gen X. Am I Gen X or a Gen Z? I can never remember. But yeah, she says that's a good effort for you, millennial. Novia says co-house 1 being poor, 10 being good. Yes.
Yeah, you're X.
Nino says I am here. I am here. You see that? All 4K videos. Nino is in the chat. Watch Queen says so far so good. She gives you a 10 with a trophy.
You see that?
Watch Queen is giving you the 10. Watch Queen, you have kids. You have grown kids. You know the effort that they put in. At least he's here. I didn't have to twist his arm. I said, how do you feel about co-hosting today? And he said, yes. He didn't even hesitate. So I have to give him that much.
What's going to happen when Zuri is like a grown kid? She's like, you can't even talk to her.
Listen, Zuri Rose is 4 years old. And Zuri Rose could co-host right now. Zuri does little practice videos where she talks into the video. And she does her little YouTube. She has a YouTube voice, guys. And she'll say, okay, guys, now this is how you do this. Okay, guys. Oh, yeah. Zuri has this YouTube hosting down pat already. All right. Co-host is singing. All of this work I'm doing is paying off, not paying off. I don't know what you mean there, Nobius. Brampton Garden says, can I help you breathe? Sorry, I can't hear you. Brampton Garden, you're Gen X. My kids are Gen Z. Okay, Gen X.
Are your most of your followers here Gen X?
I
Probably no.
think
From
so.
65 to 80.
I think a lot of the people that are here. Oh no, Kaylin is
Between-
probably a millennial.
Between 65 and 80 is X.
I think Kaylin's probably a millennial like you. Bluebird's laughing at the millennial effort. Now, Res Room.
Is that a thing? Millennial effort?
Yeah, because y'all give no effort. Res Room is giving you a 7 out of 10. That's decent. Or is that teeth, as you would say? Is that teeth?
Red Room just teethed me for 2.5 points. I popped off his music videos from 1997.
Listen.
Okay, I'll hug that one.
Okay. All right. So Linda says Tremayne gets 11.
11.
Okay.
So that turns Red Room's 7.5 into an 8.5.
Tremaine gets 11. A partial reference to the Spinal Tap movie. Way older than you. Do you know the Spinal Tap movie?
No.
Nah, it's way older than you.
No, I don't.
Okay. Okay, Red
They're
Room
like
says...
a metal band though, right?
Red Room says, okay, he's right. He is teething you the 2.5 because he put him on
come
blast. He
on,
said,
bro.
but carry on, carry on. Kaylin gives you an 8 out of 10. Okay, these are all passing grades. Red says, I'm a first aider too, and it's true. The Good Samaritan law is a true thing. Brampton said, I'm on the cusp, but she's still a Gen X. Okay, okay. Nino says, we are a Gen. Spend lots of money on our kids and grandkids. That's your generation? You're the generation that just spends the money?
You're the generation that got it.
See, they think we're rich. That generation thinks this generation is super rich.
Yo, you guys?
Yeah.
Okay. Holy smokes.
Here it comes. Here it comes. Let me get comfortable. Okay,
You
go
guys
ahead.
got the best days out of this country.
How?
The 80s and the 90s.
Okay.
And even the early 2000s somewhat.
Okay.
Oh, man. Milk and honey, man.
We
Falling from the
worked
clouds.
our butts off.
No. Maybe
there
not
was
you-
no internet. There was no cell phones. We couldn't Google things. We
That's
didn't
half
have
the-
technology to make things
That's
easier.
half the greatness.
What do you mean that's half the greatness? We
I grew-
worked our ass off. What we have right now wasn't handed to us.
No, what I'm saying is the way the world was set up, or our world
Maybe
was set up.
things might have been cheaper back then, but so was our paychecks. They think we had it so easy.
Bro, back in the day, get an apartment $600 a
Yeah.
month. Yeah. What?
I think our first apartment, it was 3 bedrooms. It was huge. I believe it was like $700 a month. And back then, that was big. That was a lot of money. That was a lot of money. Red's Room says you have to announce that you are.
Oh, what? First aider?
Yes. Yes.
See that? So then there's the loophole now. So if I go and I try to go help Granny fell on the ice, I'm not a first aider. Therefore, I'm not gonna announce that I'm a first aider. I give the lady chest compressions, break her ribs crack.
No, but if you're gonna give her
boom,
chest,
I'm mashed up now. Her family wants to sue me.
no. If you're gonna give her chest compressions, you are a first aider. That means
But
you would
what
have
if
been
I just
taught.
do what I saw on the TV? I'm just doing what
Well,
I
you
saw
have
on
no
TikTok.
business just doing what you saw
But
on TikTok.
it's just me and Granny on the street.
Hear this boy? He's doing what he saw on TikTok.
Right, but I'm just walking on the street. Granny slipped on the ice. I have to help her out.
You're gonna help her up, but you're not gonna do life-saving
She's
measures
dying.
when you
She's
don't know
dying.
what you're doing.
I think I do. I saw it on TikTok.
You saw it on TikTok. Let me tell you, TikTok, these guys think that their whole life is on TikTok. TikTok is where it will show them how to do everything in life. You need a mortgage? Go to TikTok. You need to be a first responder? Go to TikTok. You're crazy. Where are we? Nobia says, I'm saying your co-host is singing this song. All this work I'm doing, all this work I'm not doing is paying off. I don't know that song. What song is that? All this work I'm not doing is paying off. It's paying off. Is that a new song? Here, you can chop it up with Scrooge.
That's a fact, though. All the work you're not doing is paying off. Yeah, it's part of minding your business.
Well, Brampton says we didn't have Uber anything to blow money on. That is so true. That is so true. Everybody was trying to save to buy a house, and it didn't cost us $1 million. I don't know how this generation's gonna find a house at $1 million. That's crazy. That's crazy. That is crazy. You are a delusional millennial. These are delusional millennials, says Nobius. Brampton says, just tell her that you did. It was her word against yours.
Hold on.
Why chest compressions when she slipped on the ice, though?
I'm just trying to create a random scenario where, like, you know what I'm saying?
Nino says, because we're the ones ordering the Uber Eats all the time. No, we're not. We don't order Uber Eats. They're the ones that order the Uber Eats. Kaylin says, Nino does not know how to order Uber Eats. Kaylin says, no technology. Nope, no technology. I was outside all the time till the sun went down, street lights came on, no TikTok.
You know what's so crazy?
Nino's trying to pretend to be a millennial about ordering TikTok is right.
That person that said street lights on, their partner outside to the street lights were on,
yeah.
Technology. Who's there? Gen X too?
She's probably about your age.
Oh, that's the person that said they're on a cusp.
Yeah, no. Brampton Gardner said she was on a cusp. Kaylin, I'm thinking, is a little bit younger than the rest of us. I think. I might be wrong, but I'm thinking. But she says that she was outside till the street lights came on. Brampton says maybe your mom.
Because you know a lot of Gen Xers mistaken millennials for like Gen Zers. They think like we're not the TikTokers and all that. Like that's after you. We don't come. That's way after me. Those are like our kids.
Oh.
Like I kind of had children later.
Okay.
If you you know what? Maybe I'm being ratchet. When do people have kids? At like what age?
I don't know. They're mid-20s.
So like, if that's the case, I had children later. So if people have kids who are like
you had Gen kids Zs, later. We had kids earlier.
So, but what I'm trying to say is like people my age have kids who are like Gen
that's
Z.
True.
But Gen Xers might want to look at me like I'm a Gen Z. Because we use TikTok, but I'm not the man on TikTok. It's true. It's Rihanna. You know what I'm saying?
Brampton says maybe your mom should sing you up sign you up for some St. John's Ambulance first aid course. Didn't you take a first aid course once? I could have sworn you took a first aid course. And you know what, guys? This summer I was trying to coordinate something in the backyard, and I still think I'm gonna do it maybe next summer. I wanted to get a bunch of these guys together because we had a whole string of unfortunate events surrounding swimming and water safety. And a lot of these guys, Tremayne's friends, have kids around the same age. So I wanted to get all of them together and get somebody that is a certified CPR instructor and get them all certified. So maybe I'll still do that next summer because I think it's really important. Everybody with small kids should at least know the basic first aid, maneuvers. Watch Queen says, Lo, I know, right? My children are still living at home. It's so expensive out there. It's crazy. Where we are here, this house is big enough for all of us. And at one point, our basement was just one big mausoleum, so to speak, because all of their stuff from the time that they were born, just all that junk down there. We only kind of went down to the laundry room, changed the filters in the basement every now and again. Everything else was cobwebs and junk. So we finally just decided to renovate it, and we renovated it, and it's a beautiful space now. And that's where they are, rather than to be out there paying this exorbitant rent. It's crazy. It's crazy. I think that that's the way to go. And a lot of people with adult children, that's the way to go. Even the ones at work, they get their jobs. They figure, they can afford whatever. They're young professionals. Within 4 years, they're moving back home. A lot of them are moving back home, or they want to move back home because it's the rents in downtown Toronto, or to buy a condo, crazy work over there. Although right now prices have dropped. Brampton says, I'm old. Ha ha ha. Kaylin says, I'm a 1996 baby.
Oh, wow.
So Kaylin is she's a little probably older than some of those ones out there, but she's still a lot younger than you. Or a lot younger than you.
Still millennials, though.
Yeah. Red's Room.
I think so, anyway.
Red's Room says, he's right, though. You may want to help, but it can cost if you're not careful. It can cost you.
Right. And what it costs you in 2025 is not what it cost you in 1995. There's, everything's at stake now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Back in the day, it's different, and it's not even necessarily monetarily. Just like what is at risk.
Cancel
There was just
culture.
more at risk nowadays than there was back in the day. So people had a higher sense of morality. People were nicer to each other. There was less at risk. There was
That's
less to
true.
lose.
That's true.
Nowadays, everything's on the line. One slip, you're mosh up forever.
Nobia says a discipline for us was you can't go outside. A discipline these days says put that down, that PlayStation, and go outside. That's their discipline, right? That's so true.
Yeah,
That is so
and
true.
millennials, someone like me, we grew up with both. We're the only ones that grew up with analog and digital.
I guess.
I grew up with a Betamax player watching The Land Before Time before I had a VCR.
True.
I had a VCR with VHS tapes watching Aladdin and Disney movies.
That's true.
Right?
That's
I
true.
seen the DVD players. I seen the Blu-ray players to
True.
streaming and iPhone. I remember before
Your
we
very
had
first
no phone.
cell phone.
I remember pagers. I remember having a flip phone and
So that makes you an OG?
No, it makes me wise in more than one realm.
Okay, that's true.
Bridges the Gen X between the Gen whoever else after me.
That's true.
Because we have the most knowledge because you guys lived in a world that was sheltered and these new kids live in a world that's overstimulated.
We weren't sheltered. We
No,
were
no,
we were
no,
feral.
no, not
Our parents were at
sheltered.
work from
No,
morning
when I
till
say-
night, and we were
Right.
running the
I
streets.
I don't mean
little
sheltered.
kids.
I mean like life was simple.
Life was simple.
Right.
Life
And
was
these
simple.
new kids, their life is overstimulating.
True.
We are a healthy medium because
True.
we've seen everything.
Okay, I'll give you
we
that
don't get-
much.
We don't get too excited off the technology because we know what back in the day was like.
I'll give you
and
that
back in
much.
the day, we know how better it would have
But
been if we
okay.
had the technology to boost it.
I'll give you that much. But guys, me and him always have this discussion. So just to give you reference, we are 20 years apart. Okay? We're 20 years apart. This kid, who will forever I will refer to as a kid, will say to me, "What are you talking about though? I've caught up to you now. We're on the same level now. We're on the same level because I'm at a certain age, so I've caught up to you now. So you can't really give me that argument because we're on the same level now." What do you guys think of that? There's never a time that your kids catch up to you. Never a time. No,
There is.
sir. Never
There
a
is.
time.
There is.
Nope. Nope. In my opinion, you can't catch up to me. You can never. I have a 20-year jump on you that's gonna be there forever. You never catch up to me.
So when you're 80 and I'm 60,
See,
we're
Nobia
all
says.
senior citizens
No-
in the same freaking place, yo. What the hell are you talking about?
But still,
Everyone's old.
Nobia says no. You can't ever be on the same level. You
have
see
to
that?
be. You
Nobia
have to
says
be.
no. They feel they are, but they can't. Nobia
have
says
to be.
no. You're not on the same level. Brampton said, "I had my daughter late though. She's only 16. Okay, okay. So you're still going through that rough time. See? Brampton says she'll still be in more pain because I'll be 80. You'll be 60. The boy says he caught up to me now.
But 20 years
so
is
me
not
and
a
him
long-
are on the same
20
level.
years is not a long time.
No, but it's
20 years was 2005. That's not long ago.
it's not long ago, but it's a gap.
Yo, what do you hear? Bro, this is crazy. I'm
Okay.
on live saying this. 20 years ago, I wasn't even in high school.
Okay. So how long ago was I in high school? 40? More than 40 years. Oh, I'm old. I'm old.
So what I'm saying is like,
Brampton says the math ain't mathin'. Lowe's in a different lane. The math ain't mathin'. She'll still be in more pain, even
we
then.
probably use the same textbooks in high
No, get out of here. No, he didn't. He likes to compare and think that me and him are on the same level because, that's not a lot of years between the two
Oh
of us.
my
Get out of here. You'll never catch up, dude. You'll never catch up. What am I saying here? Brampton Gardner says, "Oh my God, Kaylin, that's the year I graduated. I could be your mom." Ha ha ha. I could definitely be Kaylin's mom because I have kids that are older than Kaylin. For sure. For sure. People never believe I'm the age that I'm at, but I'm old. I'm up there. When did I graduate? I graduated high school in 1980 something. 80,
84 maybe.
84 or something like that. Jeez Louise. Yeah, thank you. Lowe's in a different lane. Lowe's in a different lane. I forget how old I am most of the time. And you know what? That is very true. I do all the time. You want to hear a funny joke, Rochelle? One year, I kept quoting my age 1 year older than I really was. It was him 1 year that heard me say it. And he said, "What? That's not how old you are." And I thought, and when I did the math, I'm like, oh my God, I was aging myself by a whole year. Talk about funny. Felt good to get my year back though. Felt good to get my year back. Where are we? All 4K says 35-year-old has more in common with 50-year-old than a 25-year-old. I think that's what you're trying to say. That's what he's trying to say. And he says to me sometimes when he's talking to his 4-year-old, because my school experience is a lot of things that he was still doing when he went to school, like public school and all that stuff, some of the stuff that we used to do. He'll say, "Oh my God, I used to do that in school too." So I understand what you mean. And that is so true. After 40, we are all the same old. He said after 40, we're all the same. I don't know. I just think that there is always going to be that 20-year gap. So we'll never be on that same page where, you can step to me like that. No, 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 no. Hear that? This man said after 40, we're all the same.
Yo,
old.
remember Golden Girls?
Yeah?
Wasn't one of those ladies mother and daughter on
Yeah.
that show?
Yeah.
They all had white hair and they were all old. And the fact that I can reference Golden Girls means I'm also old. That show came on in like the 90s, the 80s. When did that show come on?
Yeah.
Walk the street to any high school, even a college, university. Go to York University, U of T right now and ask them about Golden Girls.
I don't know.
They won't know what you're talking about.
I just think it's so wild.
So yes, I'm closer to you than I am to Ray Ray. He doesn't know Golden Girls.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. But I don't know. I just always think that gap that never goes away. But he makes it seem like the gap is gone now since we both reached a certain age. Just like AI said, after 40, we're all the same. We're all old.
It's not gone, but it definitely closes for sure.
And I must say, like all throughout his upbringing, we were always the youngest parents in the room. It just happened to be that way. Like whenever we would go to parent-teacher meeting or soccer tournaments or with Tyler and his hockey or Jesse and her gymnastics, we were always the younger parents in the room.
I feel like that when I go to jury school.
Do you?
Yeah.
But you said you had Zuri a little bit later.
Yeah, it's weird, right?
I don't know. We were always the younger one. And I think growing up, you got a lot of different experiences that a lot of your peers might not have gotten because, like, when we used to bring you to all those concerts.
Look, my parents are young?
Yeah. And now that we're at this age, we're younger grandparents. So.
Are you?
I think so.
I don't think so.
You don't think we're younger grandparents? Oh. I think so, because I think I have energy now that I'm at this age.
Yeah, sure. Maybe your personality might be young, but you're not a young grandparent as far as age.
See, listen to this.
I think you're pretty spot on.
Listen to this. This tidbit that Brampton Gardner says. Sophia, who was actually younger than Dorothy, who played her daughter in real life.
Hold on,
Sophia was the mother on Golden Girls.
Right.
So her daughter, who was Dorothy on the show, was actually older.
Who was Dorothy? Was that Betty White? Which one was Betty White?
Betty White was not Dorothy. She was Rose.
Oh.
So Dorothy, the woman that played Dorothy, she's Arthur?
She's older than the mom?
She's older than the mom in real life. That's wild.
That's crazy.
That is wild.
And that goes to show you, they're just all old.
True. Okay, I'll give you that much.
All the Golden Girls had white hair.
I'll give you that much with that analogy. I'll give you that much. That is a wild fact. That is a wild fact. Nobia says, no, the internet has everything past and future. And that's the thing. The internet changed the game. Changed the game.
No, in a bad way. Somewhat. I like when information was gate kept.
Why? That doesn't make sense.
I
That
like
doesn't
living
make
in
sense.
blissful ignorance.
I
Like,
don't.
do you think
I
Michael
like-
Jackson would be as amazing as Michael Jackson was today with the internet? I think not. Half the allure.
Yes.
Listen, if you see a celebrity,
Michael
maybe not
Jackson
Michael Jackson.
exploded
Okay, check this.
with the internet.
Okay, check this. Okay, forget Michael Jackson. A celebrity, period. You go a restaurant and you see any celebrity, like, oh my God, can I get your order? It's a big deal because nowadays you see that guy in your timeline no different than you see your neighbor and everybody else, and you see that you know what they ate for dinner and you compare it to what you ate. So the allure is gone. I like living in like that blissful ignorance where it's like,
Reds is saying the internet is good and bad.
Yeah.
And Nobis is saying the older lady wore a big wig on the Golden Girls.
And when you and when information is gate kept, the people who really want information go out and get the information. Go look up an encyclopedia.
You had a set of encyclopedias.
Damn right. And I know how to use encyclopedias. Okay? These kids don't know how to use encyclopedias. You guys
We bought
were
you.
no, listen. You were raised off encyclopedia.
Yeah.
The new kids are raised off Google.
Yeah.
I know how to do both.
Okay, I'll give you that much. It's funny because Tremayne got a set of encyclopedias, but then Jessica, who's the youngest, would look at the encyclopedias like, what's that?
Yeah.
Because what's the age gap between you and Jessica? 7 years.
8 years.
8 years. And that little...
But a lot of stuff happened in that time.
Yeah, in that little
In life,
time,
a lot of stuff happened.
everything was totally different. Because Tremayne and Tyler, who's the second born, there's a 5-year gap there. So you had 5 years of just...
And you gotta give Jessica a couple years to like have sense. So like even though it's 8 years, when did she start having sense? By the time she's like 3, 4, 5 years old.
Yeah.
So it's like by the time it reaches like the late 90s, you're approaching the 2000s when Jessica really starts to have sense, and the technology that's around then is what Jessica's consuming, as opposed to me. I had a Betamax tape.
Wow. Okay, if you break it down like that, I'll give that to you. I'll give that to you.
Millennials are the best generation.
Google is the best. Google is the best.
Millennials are the best.
All right, guys, we are up to we're past an hour and a half now, aren't we? And I did promise this young man he'd only have to co-host with me for an hour because he does have to go to work tonight. And Nino, are you still here? Nino, are you still here? This discussion has been the best, guys. I love being here, not having anything written down and having all this structured conversation to go through and just chatting with you guys and just letting the chat just weave through the conversation. And thank you all for being here. Brampton Gardner says you went above and beyond.
All right, so no, yo, before you go, re-rate me now. Re-rate me.
He wants you to re-rate
I
him.
I don't even want a number. I just want W's in the chat.
So give him some W's in the chat. Everybody, put up a W in the chat for Tremayne.
I'm about to go.
Give him a W for the braid up. Did you guys see the braid up in the thumbnail?
And then.
Oh, Brampton's giving you all the W's.
Yeah, W's in the chat. And then I say all this millennial stuff. Now I'm gonna go downstairs and go play Fortnite.
See?
I'm gonna go play Fortnite like a 15-year-old.
See?
You know what I'm saying? We get the best of every world.
Novia says, yeah, it was a great stream. It was perks all the way up to the end. Well, thank you all for watching. And we will see you again next week, same time. If there's going to be any changes with the time, I will let you know. Top-notch rating, WWF, top-notch rating. Brampton said at least you're not playing Roblox?
Roblox.
Oh, Roblox. Or at least you're not doing what Zuri does. 6'7". Does anybody know what that means? 6'7". What is that?
I don't know.
Anyways, yes, we will see you all next week. Bye, Linda. Bye, Brampton Gardner, Red's Room, Watch Queen, Kaylin, everybody that was here. Nobius Nightshade. I'm missing everybody. Bluebird, 4K video. Everybody that was here. It was a great live. I had a great Sunday afternoon. So yes, we will see you next Sunday. Brampton says it's stupid. What it is? That's 6'7". All right, guys. You have to say what Nino always say.
What's Nino say?
Nino always says, "What else the nose?"
Bro, that wasn't even English.
Okay, Nino says.
Holy smokes.
Okay, I'll say Nino's part. What else the nose?
Hold on. What is on the nose?
I'm out.
I'm out.
I'm out. All right, guys. Bye.
I'm out.
Bye, everybody.